Welcome back to the Hockey Show, and we are talking about the Carolina Hurricanes and their amazing shenanigans they've been up to on the first day of free agency. And already, this team showing that it is one of the smartest teams in the entire league. It is just so bizarre to see how some teams, general managers are, in charge of these teams and have these positions for years and just, do nothing with them. Say, Lou Lamoriello or some of these other guys, any of them. Just some teams, it's like, what the hell are you even doing with this team? And now you've got a team like the Hurricanes and the Devils and the New York Rangers and a lot of other teams that are like, wow, you're actually doing something with this team to make them better. And the Hurricanes are one of the best teams that exist in today's age. I already think that they're primed to go on their own Stanley Cup dynasty. Them and the New Jersey Devils, in my eyes, are going to be trading that Stanley Cup for a couple years to come in the next few years. And this team is so primed. I thought last season they were going to win the Stanley Cup. They were my pick before the season started, months in advance, and they were so close but lost in the Eastern Conference Finals. And now this team is just doing everything they can to just get even freaking better, which I didn't even know they could do. But here we are, and they've pulled out some of the stops, right? Because in my video, I was talking about how I think they need a goal scorer and stuff, which they still do. But right now, they've brought on a couple of guys and kept a couple of guys. First off, Michael Bunting, and this is a move that I did not see coming, but I think is absolutely genius by this team. 3 years for $4.5 million. Pretty good cap hit for this guy because he's not the hugest producer, but he's also he's an important type of player to a team, especially a playoff team. He's that hard-nosed, gritty fighter player, kind of like He's like the Matthew Tkachuk, but without the point production. He's the fighter that gets in the hard corners. He'll get to the dirty areas, and that's what a playoff team needs, and that's what a team like Carolina needs. Take a look at the team that beat them. The Florida Panthers, a team that have guys like Sam Bennett and Matthew Tkachuk that are always in the slot, in the dirty areas, and one of the best ones ever in Patrick Hornquist, who couldn't play last season. But they've got so many of these guys that stand in front of the net, will get tips on net, cause chaos, get those rebounds, just cause the craziness. And Bunting's one of those type of guys that will drive the net. He'll make a nice play as well. It's not like he's got bad hands or anything. He can make some nice plays, nice passes. 23 goals, 49 points last season. This guy, he's a provoker, right? He is a rat. He's a rodent sometimes, right? And the Hurricanes, they don't really have a guy like that on the team. I mean, they've got a couple of guys that'll get under guys' skin, but this guy, he is a rat, and he'll do some things to get in the mind of the other team. And the Hurricanes with Bunting, smart move, as well as Dmitry Orlov. Now, either Orlov that they get, if they get the Orlov from the Washington Capitals over the seasons, is a guy that gets like 30 points of the season, and he's just a good player who can move the puck. He's not an offensive defenseman, but he can just play a good two-way game. He does play offensively. You can put him on the power play, whatever, and he'll play good defense. He can move the puck up the ice. Or if they get Dmitry Orlov of the Boston Bruins, getting 17 points in 23 games with the Bruins, as well as 8 points in 7 games in the playoffs. And if depending on which one they get, either way, it's a steal. However, for the price is a lot, but I get it because of recency bias. 2 years at 7.75. Now, that is a big cap hit for a guy like Orlov, but 2 years is pretty nice. If it was 4 years, I'd be like, that's bad. That's a bad deal. But for 2 years, he's definitely got 1 good year left in him. And 2, I definitely could see. He's not that old. I think he's, 34, 33. So regardless, he's ending up in 35, 36 years old, maybe 37. And at today's NHL, that's not really that big a deal. And a guy like Orlov looks like he's been good forever. He's going to be kicking just fine. And good year. Good cap for that term. If it was any longer than 2, I'd be like, that's kind of scary. But for 2 years, that's fine. And great additions. Great top guy additions that'll push some guys down the lineup. Orlov being left-handed with Brent Burns, I think is the smartest play that they can make there. How much offense those two guys are going to create on their own. And then you've got guys like Bunting. I would say I'm struggling to see which line you put Natchez on. I mean, Natchez. Do you put him with Natchez? Do you put him with Sebastian Aho? I guess that's kind of a decision you make, seeing how they play with each other. But to me, Aho needs a. Okay, I'll get that at the end. They re-sign both of their goaltenders, so they're keeping the crew together. Freddie Anderson staying at only $3.4 million. This guy, the last 2 seasons and over his whole career, has been one of the best goalies in the league. In the last 2 years especially, just getting even better with the amazing defense of the Hurricanes. Only for $3.4 million is an absolute steal. I'm guessing Freddie was like, you know what? I want to win a Stanley Cup. I've made my money. I mean, these guys making these millions of dollars, they've made their money. It's not like they need any more else. And he's like, you know what? I've done everything. I'm not going to win the Vezina probably, but you know what? You know what I can do? I can take a smaller cap hit, make this team better, and let's win this Stanley Cup. I'm towards the end of my career soon enough. Let's do this. So nice by Freddie Anderson. And Antti Raanta sticking around as well. 1 year for $1.5 million. These two goaltenders, this tandem. I know Kochetkov probably must be angry, or maybe they'll move him out and try to bring in a better trade for that goal scorer that I keep talking about, but I'll get there at the end. And Raanta and Anderson, that amazing, one of the best, maybe the best goalie tandem in the NHL, sticking around for only a combined $5 million. Usually these type of guys cost $5 million each, and they got them both at to a combined $5. So amazing deals there. And then Jesper Fast. You got to keep this guy on the team. He's a playoff performer. He's a two-way amazing forward who plays great defense. Great cap hit at only 2.4 for 2 years. Great move. Just good sign there. But the thing is that this team still needs a goal scorer. Seth Jarvis is making his way up. He's still growing, and maybe he'll be that goal scorer they need. That guy that they just drafted in the draft, Nadeau, is a huge pure goal scorer. If he can fit on this team sooner than later, I would say like now sooner, not like next season, but like this season sooner, then huge. But they still need that number one, like they need a goal scorer, someone to put the puck in the back of the net if you can get it on their stick. And maybe they move out a guy like Kochetkov to a team like the Ottawa Senators, and with the way they've been signing guys, I don't see them really needing a goaltender, as they signed Jonas Korpisalo, so not Alex DeBrincat, I guess. So I don't know who else is the goal scorer on the trade market. I don't know. I honestly don't know. So I don't know what they're doing with Kochetkov. Guess they're just saving him for another year until they're ready to go, or maybe this is like the year where they're like going all in. So I don't know. Kind of strange, but at the same time, not bad. I think they would. My choice, if I was in charge, I would move out Kochetkov. I mean, good goalie, good young goalies are huge, but they are good at signing guys like Anderson for 2 more years, and Kochetkov, like, he's still got 2 more years on his contract, so it's like, why wait till then? And I'm sure Kochetkov would like a chance in the league, so I don't know. I don't know what they're doing there, but still, they need a goal scorer, but the shotgun approach is still going ahead. And what do I mean by that? I think it's obvious. Just every single line's amazing. There's really no true superstars, just they have a lot of really good talents on this team. And this team, cup contenders, cup status, they're already my pick to win this thing, because they are already doing such a good job at just making this team even better. They really didn't have any flaws last year other than they couldn't get a guy to freaking score. And maybe a guy like Michael Bunting, being that hard-nosed type guy, can be the guy that jammed the puck in the back of the net. But I guess only time will tell. So thank you for watching this. This has been a great free agency so far. And if you've gotten this far, thank you for watching this. I'm begging you, please pick up your free subscription. And until next time, too sweet, have an amazing day, and ta-ta for now.